Foodie Beauty finally resurfaced in Canada this week with a brand new kitten and the same old pack of lies. Hey y'all, I'm back, and unlike Foodie Beauty's new hair, I'm certified organic and not available in stores. Chantal traded her hijab and abaya for a Burger King Nashville chicken Sammy, a large Diet Coke, and some luscious spray-on locks. With the dissolution of her pay-per-view marriage supposedly complete, our girl is free to bees however she sees fit, which for now includes getting another impulse cat, despite currently residing in a hotel room and having just begged her beezers to fund her return trip. I'm sure Sala and company are relieved and overjoyed to finally see an end to this long, dark, sweaty night of the soul. While I'm sure there was no love lost between Chantal and Sala's Syrian relatives, I do worry for the local fried chicken vendors and hope no one over-ordered inventory based on recent family meal trends during her stay. Perhaps it was the re-exposure to that green Canadian landscape. Perhaps it was the renewed novelty of fast food at her fingertips. But Chantal's mood was oddly calm and not what we've come to expect at all of our girl post-breakup. Maybe she's mellowed and matured these past few years in the Middle East. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm sure we'll get a proper rager sometime in November as soon as she comes back down to an unaltered reality and finds last month's funds are dried up. For now, she's taken her troubles by the dispensary, dipped them in nashi oil, and covered them up with spray-on hair. Here's the best worst parts from Foodie's first live stream back in the Western world.
It's like really overwhelmed. I literally just showered and I'm going to be playing with my hair a lot because I'm not used to even like, oh my God.
You're not used to it? Now we know she's got the hair fibers going on, but I suspect there may be a little extra clippy any something something going on here. She is definitely acting like this is her first day with this hair on her head, and was she not letting it down when it was just her and Sala? I know the hijab was probably restraining, but what about all those alone times? We know she was hanging out without it when she was doing the cameraless streams in Syria, so why are you not used to it? Because you just clipped it in for this stream? You just bought it on the way into town and you just now put it on your head? Is that why? Maybe, potentially, allegedly. I don't know. Whatever.
I'm freaking out. Like freaking out. Look, I have a bit of hair fibers in. It's really thin on the top. Like I have the worst. I'm telling you, it's thinner because
it's also multiple lengths and textures and colors you'll see on her little sideburns here. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's not, but maybe it's just a little clippy any something something. That's all I'm saying.
Like it gets really matted, like just from wearing the hijab for a short period of time. I'm bald, I know. I wasn't even gonna put hair fibers in because I hate them. I was putting the hair fibers and they all fell in my face. Day one hijab is off. Yeah. I was mostly wearing... Actually, okay. The beginning when I first put it on, I really didn't mind. I ordered a wig. So I'm just going to have a bit of my inhaler.
I mean, I guess at least she's not doing this in the hijab. That's a step forward to honesty on some level, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. Whatever.
I look happy now? I know you're
telling her she looks happy. She looks something happy adjacent, I guess, but happy? I don't know. I'm sure she'll be happy when that chicken sandwich shows
probably
up.
Thinking, what a fake Muslim. Okay.
Well, actually, that's not exactly what I was thinking. That's neither here nor there as far as I'm concerned. What I was thinking is what a fake-ass entire person who played pick me for a romance scammer.
Oh, crap, you can tell I haven't... My tolerance is low. I had like one friggin' hoot. It's alive! It's alive! Okay. So I'm back in Canada. I literally just got, well, back not that long ago, like maybe a few hours, if that.
Yeah, right. She's gonna act like she just got here right before she goes live. Like she rolled into the motel, ordered her stuff, and then hit go live. I don't believe it. She's gotten way too much accomplished in that time, and she is way too chill.
Had a shower, blah, blah, blah. Messaged family and that, you know, they're all like wondering about me. So got to the Montreal airport. So basically, I'm divorced. What was I saying? So I'm divorced. Okay, first thing about religion. This is why I don't like the vape, because my mind is scattered.
Is it the vape? The vape is what did it? Are you sure? I mean, I know it's not helping, but I wouldn't blame it entirely.
Basically, I believe in God. God is in my heart. God got me through this whole effing trip. I believe in a lot of things about Islam, like a lot. I believe in things from like every religion though. Like every religion to me has like I'm so confused and agnostic.
Yeah, you and every other stoner college dropout who bought a Buddha statue at Pier 1. Okay.
The only thing I know when it comes to God is I believe in God. When it comes to religion, I'm confused. And I feel like, yes, I probably did jump into it and take the Shahada too quick. But it was also a lot of cultural pressure.
Cultural pressure from where? You could have stayed in Canada and had none of that cultural pressure. And you kind of started this before you left in the first place anyway. Now, everything did happen really quick once it got going, but I remember you just sitting around bald saying, what if I just wore a hijab, before Salah ever entered the picture, while you were still firmly on Canadian soil. So I'm not going with that, but if you want to, that's fine, I guess.
And it was pressure from Salah, even though he didn't like. Okay, basically we're divorced because like, and I'm not talking bad about him. I don't want any bad talk about him. Please, thank you, because
You're divorced because the situation changed and it was no longer just you and him in Kuwait where you could control him, and you weren't making what you said, and you weren't getting him to Canada like you said, and he ended up someplace where he actually had a support system and a chance to be somebody outside of whatever scam he was running on you. So that's what happened, but let's hear your version.
I still love him. We love each other. The divorce was fucking horrible. Like, horrible. The most hardest, disgusting thing I've ever had to do in my life. I'll tell you about that. Just, at the end of the day, maybe it took me 3 years to realize this, but I was always confused. I was always confused a little bit. He was really a solid rock in a lot of ways for me that you guys don't realize.
No, we realize he did everything for you. He did all of the adult business of y'all's lives while you sat in the apartment and occasionally popped out to get pickles and cheeseburgers. That was life in Kuwait. And then you went to Syria and you sat around and you didn't even occasionally pop out. He had to do all of it. At no point did you learn the language. He had to translate and speak for you. You couldn't even make change for ice cream without him. We know he was your rock. We know.
Honestly, I don't have my head screwed on right most of the time. He would find things for me that I would always lose. You know, he would just like do.
You know, like my glasses, my keys, my passport.
Everything that I can't do, like in my personality. So, the next day, I wasn't expecting this. We're in the room having breakfast, and he comes in with some papers, and he's like, we talked about we're going to divorce. And I knew we were going to divorce. Like, it was inevitable. This was happening.
So why weren't you expecting it? Is it because this is all made up and fake anyway? Did you not expect fake papers for your fake marriage? Is that what happened? I think she really thought they were just going to separate and stay whatever form of married he has her convinced that they are. And she was still going to somehow potentially have some hooks still in him to, you know, get attention.
But it was just shocking seeing the papers and pen and a couple of his family members around. And I'm just like, were you guys like conspiring behind my back to make...
How is it behind your back if you've been talking about separating for weeks? You just didn't like his family. I'm sure his family was just there to add an air of legitimacy to the whole thing and possibly ensure that she wouldn't totally freak out.
So he shows me the paper. I use Translate to see like what exactly it said, right?
Oh, so now you can translate documents. Now you can do stuff. Now you can figure out things on your own.
They had to be witnesses, but of course his family...
Of course they had to be there to convince you this was all legitimate. Because he'd already convinced you the marriage was somehow legitimate, so the divorce has to look legitimate.
Very influential in his life there. It's so different from Kuwait.
So different from Kuwait. There she said it. His family was influential in his life there. So different from Kuwait. His family in Syria gave a crap about him, got involved in his life. She couldn't isolate him. Simple as. From her own mouth.
All of a sudden, this like rage and hurt came over me.
Because you were no longer in control.
I don't know why, but I was so hurt that like it was shocking to me signing the paper. So I said,
because he was making decisions without you, about you, with other people.
He was doing like the signing his Surah, like hurry up, in like Arabic, and so like his family was shocked. Like I
Now she speaks Arabic. 3 years. Suddenly she can speak.
freak out like that sometimes, and I can't help it. I'll lose my mind if I stay there. Like I can't. So I sign the paper. I go outside. I get up and I just go outside and slam the door. His aunt and his
Because you wanted to leave on your terms with some strings still attached in your mind, so you felt like you had good legitimate reasons to try to keep needling him. Now when you try it, he's going to say, no, we're divorced.
cousin, they come outside and they're like, what's wrong, you know? Like, and I'm just like in Arabic and I'm just like, when Salah? Like when means where in Arabic. So I'm like, where's Salah? He comes out and he's like, I'm freaking out. I'm like,
Now she understands them when they speak.
take me to the airport now. Like, open the car door. Open it. So he let me in and then anyway, he's like, why are you so upset? Like, I don't like, you know, I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was.
It was actually seeming to end on terms that were not your terms. Because, as I've said, the girls don't leave, the girls get run off. Now, I do think it's possible she may try to convince him that they could still get him to Canada, but this might be a nail in the coffin here, the big D, as opposed to the little d. But it seems to me like he probably presented these papers and this whole signing thing more as a way just to make it seem legitimate, like with the family witnesses there, so that when she does come at him again, he can, if he chooses, say no and cut her off. Do I think this is a real divorce? Not really. First of all, you got to be real married. Second of all, the logistics of a Canadian getting married quickly in Kuwait and then getting quickly divorced in Syria seems, I don't know, not very likely. I'm no international marriage law expert, but I'd wager Chantal isn't one either.
He's like, did you want to stay married or something? We talked about this. And I was like, no.
She kind of did. Remember separating, not separated? It's all semantics with her. If she could feel like they were somehow still married and yet also she was free to live her separate life in Canada and be as she pleases, she would absolutely go with that. She would take him up on that kind of plan any day. Now, of course, she would freak out the minute she suspected he was talking to any other women, but she's also prone to get over that real quick too. So I think she would absolutely go with that kind of wackadoo arrangement. And I think she's actually kind of disappointed that that's not what's happening.
No, because basically, like, he will not be married to a non-hijabi. Like, he just won't do it. I need to be myself. I felt blindsided. He was already prepared. Right, teardrops. So it makes you think.
It makes you think he was already prepared for the thing that you said you wanted to do. I don't know. That's wacky, isn't it? Crazy.
But he told me he was going to do this. But I wasn't, it was shocking when it happened. I was just like, wow.
This is how accustomed she had become to him just doing whatever she wanted and getting her way all the time when it came to the two of them. That when he does something independently, even if it's something that they discussed and he said he was going to do and she knew he was going to do and they talked about it beforehand and planned to do it, she is still shocked that he went ahead and did something on his own. How dare he?
It's really done. Like, it really is. And it does feel done. It does. Somebody got brand new in Syria.
Yeah, that's the problem right there. That is the whole problem. He was a brand spanking new man in Syria with a house and a decent reputation and some people who would give him the time of day.
He kind of did, but not enough, I guess. I just like back and forth for 3 years. I go through these spurts where I go back to Canada, come back, go back to Canada, come back, because I'm so confused about myself. Like I like a tug of war, you know? Yeah, we're gonna keep in touch. Like we're on good terms. And we're still pretty like affection. Like it does feel different, but like the hearts in the like the emojis have changed in our talking from hearts to like flowers. I have to focus on my new life. Ah, I got a new life. It's full of nashies and weird vapes. I'm a
That's what we left for. Threw the whole thing out for nashies and weird vapes. That's what matters. Priorities. If it was a real marriage and a real family, it almost would be kind of sad. But, you know, it was a fake marriage and a cat, so it's hilarious. To me, anyway.
attracted to like men that look like Salah. Like I like dark hair, Arab looking beard, hairy chest, tall, kind of controlling, you know, like that kind of thing. So
She likes them kind of controlling until they step out of line and don't let her actually be the one in control.
I cannot do that because then I'll end up married again. And you know the rule and you know the drill. Right, Nicole? When did you know, hun? Oh yeah. So I was just like one day, like, hold on. I had a fit where there was just so many things that were annoying about like our situation. Like the electric wasn't on or something. I don't know. I'm sorry, but I can't be part of a culture that doesn't find flatulence funny. But I love his. They were very nice. Yes. I hope I get
They were very nice, except for the part where you felt like they were threatening you.
Julia back too. Yeah. Let me go get the food. I'm slow. I'm so hungry, guys. I have not had anything to eat since the airplane.
No one believes this.
Oh yeah, I have so many stories to tell you. I still have a lot of love for him, but that's not enough sometimes. Like I feel guilty that Salah doesn't get to experience this right now.
I doubt he cares about the lack of Burger King Nashville chicken sandwiches in his life at the moment. I'd say he's breathing a big old sigh of relief. The only thing he might be a little put out about as far as missing out on this is the fact that you're in Canada and he's not, and that dream is dead. But honestly, I think he's probably replaced that with a new dream of actually just being somebody in his home country. Seems like it's going a lot better for him than it was in Kuwait. Not that he isn't a real piece of shit still, but, you know, he's a little bit of a shinier piece of shit in Syria, that's for sure.
It's like, can you believe it's a nashi? Chris, like,
Oh, I can believe it.
How in the fuck did they come back with? I have not had this in years. Oh my god, it's a nashi.
Now, this is the part where I believe she actually is genuinely happy about all of this for a moment. Sandwiches don't last forever, so the happiness isn't going to either. But for a few minutes here, I think this is genuine joy.
It's a fucking nashi. Okay, here we go.
And then disappointment. Because it is just a sandwich.
Did someone sing a hymn or something?
Mm-hmm.
They're spicier than I remember.
Is it just a sandwich? Did you throw it all out for just a sandwich?
We're just not compatible. We need to be happy. I thought we were going to be forever, but... Okay, so...
Funny thing about romance scams, they have a shelf life.
Here's what I did. Got to the hotel. Got undressed, had a hot shower. Ordered a bunch of weed.
Adopted a cat. Oh, wait. We're not there yet.
Ordered Burger King. Went live. Yeah, Halloween. I think we might just, like, stay in at my place. Because I'm moving in early. What if I told you I'm in my apartment right now? Would you believe me or nah? I'm gonna get too high and have a panic attack when I think of Salah.
Probably.
Yeah, we're both lonely. Yeah, so that...
I don't think he's lonely anymore, though. It sounds like he has an entire family around him keeping him busy all the time. His social calendar is full. That was the problem.
That's it. I don't regret the experience, you know. Julia coming to Canada. Okay, well, I have two choices. I can go back to Syria one day and get her.
Please don't.
It'll be the same situation. Or I hire a pet place, which will take... It's going to be like a few thousand, so I'll have to save up.
Oh, that should go well.
I got a rebound cat.
Great. Just what we all didn't want, but totally saw coming.
It was really, like really impulsive, but I already paid for it. I can't do anything about it.
Well, you can. You totally can. You just don't want to. Impulsive. Psh. Yeah.
I was in the
Isn't it so cute and quirky how impulsive she is? She's so silly. She's 41.
lounge, like literally crying at the thought of coming to a house.
Are you a child? You cried because you didn't have a kitty cat to come home to? Come on. It's a prop. You're going to use it to drum up views and probably ask for donations for it when the time comes.
Without.
And by when the time comes, I mean when the cat needs literally anything.
A cat in it. I'm not going to abandon Julia. She's with her dad. She's happy with her dad. And if I can get her in like a year or two, I will.
You can't. You won't. You don't need to.
I'm going to be already booking her to get spayed and everything. She's too young to be spayed right now. I have to pick a name.
Oh, great. So are we going to do the cat heat Olympics again? Everyone wanted crackhead Olympics. We're going to get cat heat Olympics instead.
I know I probably shouldn't have I know I, like, realistically, I shouldn't have, but then I'm like, why not? Like, I'm literally not going to travel. I don't want to.
You literally aren't going to travel unless, you know, some man says, come on.
Say what color and everything. Just now I want it to be a surprise.
I want it to be something I can drum up views with later on another stream. Cat reveal. I'm not going to give it away now.
I know she's not a collectible. I'd never think of them that way.
I know they're not collectible because collectibles accrue value over time as they age. Cats don't. It's a prop. Totally not the same. She knows it's not a collectible. It's a prop. She understands the difference.
It's just the way it turned out, like...
No, it's just the way you did it. Now, if we believe her timeline of just arriving literally out of the airport a few hours earlier, what? She was on Pet Finder looking for a cat in line to pick up her rental car at the airport? Come on. She said she paid for it, so we know she didn't find it abandoned in the baggage claim.
Smokey, I've only had him for like a week. Like, he wasn't attached to me.
Smokey doesn't count, y'all. She barely had him, and he didn't get attached, except honestly, he seemed to like her more than Julia. But she didn't get attached to him, so he totally doesn't even count, y'all.
And he has a better home now, so...
Well, that is actually believable, because most homes would be better. Not that I want to lean too far into taking Chantal's word for anything, but the chances that the home is better than hers pretty high.
It's fine. I make sure that they're taken care of, you know? Like, Julia
Sure.
loves Salah. She probably loves him more than me, so...
Oh, she does. She does.
But I'm not going to leave this cat, and I'm going to try to get Julia. I tried to get Sam, but he's happy.
Are you kidding? 3 years and you went back to those people like, can I have my cat back? I hope they told you to kick rocks. Actually, I hope that that's just bullshit. But if you did it, I hope they told you to go sit and spin.
Okay, hold on a second, guys. I'm sorry, but I can't stay on camera right now, so... Yeah, we were fighting and I got really paranoid. No, I was never actually scared of them, no.
Just, you said, if anything happens, it was them. But you weren't scared of them. Okay, that makes sense. It's fine. It was just a little tantrum to get her way. She wasn't actually scared. And I'm not even being sarcastic when I say that. It was a tantrum to get her way. She wasn't actually scared.
Except that one time where I didn't even know if...
Except that one time when I threw a tantrum to get my way. I wasn't actually scared. I just said if anything happens to me, it was them. But then Salah showed up with food, so everything was fine.
I was scared, and I was paranoid and, like, not thinking straight. Like, traditional, like, Arab Muslim men or... Do you know, like, it's because... Okay, if you're from the West and you're...
Time to blame the culture. Let's go. The reason it didn't work out was just cultural differences, you know, Arab husbands. It's not because he was bought and the money ran out. It's not because he was a romance scammer and you couldn't get him to Canada. It's not any of those things. No, it's just the cultural differences.
There's never, ever been an ex except for the swordfish, because I was, like, he thought that I was ruining his reputation when he was ruining his own. Like,
Neither of y'all had a good reputation. His reputation didn't get ruined by anyone. It just came to light in girl world, same as Chantal's.
so he would just like say things, you know, but there's never been one other than that that's had anything to say when we broke up.
Because one of them, Pete's, is still totally under your thumb, and the other one, BB, was smart enough to not have anything to do with girl world once he was done with you. Honestly, BB's the real MVP.
See y'all. Good night.
A lot of stuff doesn't really add up here, but that's typical foodie math for you. She just arrived, but had time to get a kitten. There were allegedly divorce papers this time, but not before the previous alleged flight when she allegedly fainted and had to stay, allegedly. Honestly, just trying to mentally process how a Canadian could get legally quickie married in Kuwait, then legally hastily divorced in Syria has me reaching for the off-brand Excedrin. Unless, of course, it was a spiritual marriage at best and a whole ass sham at worst. I know which way I'm leaning. And for those of you still holding out hope for a Villa 2.0 arc, I do admire your optimism, but I just can't bring myself to share in it. She weighs more, she makes less, and she's in far worse health than she was 3 years ago. We're not getting Villa 2.0. We're getting eaten and streaming from the same soulless room every day 2.0. The best we can hope for at this point is a red lippy rager when Sala finally ghosts and remarries or just doesn't let her FaceTime her ex-cat Julia at 3 in the morning. That's all I've got for this one. Like and subscribe if you haven't clicked away in disgust yet, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.
You watched it, didn't you?